Okay, welcome back to another episode of Brodie Tries New Things, and this is another gaming vlog. So we are doing, so let me turn my volume down a little bit. We are doing Flight Simulator. We're just going to take a flight around my hometown of Batemans Bay. So where I live at the moment, I should say my hometown is actually in Gippsland, but today we are here in Batemans Bay. We are going to fly a bush plane because that's my favourite plane to fly on here. If I was to buy a plane, that's what I'd fly. Last one I used was a helicopter. So the best plane for fun and speed would be the Brodie Aviation Draco, which is the guy that designed the plane that landed on the building. If you haven't seen that, look it up. It's a Red Bull video. They land the bush plane on top of the big skyscraper in Abu Dhabi. I can't think of what it's called. It's got a weird name. But that's the plane they used for that. And there's also just a normal cub on here as well that you can use. It comes with the game. But we'll fly the Draco today. So we'll select him. Now we'll select our departure. So departure will be Maria Airport. So we'll start flight. And here we go. So it takes a while to load. My computer definitely is not up to quality for Flight Simulator. I honestly think that if you had the best system, you'd probably still struggle. It's pretty good. Bit of Coke. Okay. So instantly I've stuffed up. We're going to have to start again. Reason I've stuffed up is this game is really accurate. So it thinks that we're actually in Maria right now, so it is pitch black. Not real great for showing you guys around Batemans Bay. So we're going to go back, end flight, and we're going to change it so it's not live. So we're going to do our non-live. So we want during the day, we want clear skies, air traffic will just leave us live. So basically it has exact weather, if I have it on real time, exact weather, exact everything that's actually happening right now, so I can go past the real planes, which is cool. But we don't want that right now, we want daytime flight. So we can video it for you guys, because at the moment it is 10:30 at night. Okay. So it has no way to go night time again. We're probably going to have to cut this a little bit. I'd rather not, I don't like cutting. But I really don't want to fly at night for you guys.
Taking off, runway 18 straight out departure.
So frustrating. Why do this to me? Why do this to me? I want clear skies. Aha, I didn't change the time. This is why. Okay. Let's try this again, guys. Sorry for the fuck around. But we shall start again. Okay. So let's start our flight once it loads. The engine's on. We are taking off towards Maria, and we will loop around back to Batemans Bay. Take the handbrake off. Rewind some engine into it. Lean back a little bit. And we'll take the flaps up. And we're in flight mode. So as you'll see, we take off here at Maria Airport. So you have North Head Campground right here. So you see the Maria River. I'm just going to turn slightly over here. Marine Rescue's out. Come back around this way, and we're headed towards Brodie and Tomican. Put the flaps down a little bit, just to slow us down. Back the motor off a bit. We just want to cruise. We're not going to gun it at the moment because I want to show you around. Just slowly dropping down. Try to get a bit closer to the ground. I'm at 700 feet at the moment. I want to get it nice and low so you guys can see where we're going. Put my flaps back up so we don't deck it into the water. Put a bit more throttle into her. So this is the beach that runs from Brodie to Maria Airport. It's a very long sort of stretch of beach, really good for walking dogs and stuff like that. Over here at the end is where everyone surfs. So this is the main sort of surfing area just in front of us. And you can see Shark Bay. It's just this little bay bit where the island is, so that is technically an island even though it's joined to land at the moment. It's not always joined, I don't think, or it wasn't at the time, that's why it's called an island. But that's Shark Bay there. Funnily enough, the only shark sightings are sort of around this area, so didn't realise at the time when I went there. But it's a beautiful little beach. I've only been there twice, but loved it both times. Now we're onto the main Brodie beach. So you can see Brodie over here. So I proposed to Emma over at the school. Over here I'll show you the mouse. So there's a school there. And I proposed, actually the school's over here anymore. Just there. So I proposed to her there at fireworks. When we first moved here, we used to swim in this little river here and practice. We learned our paddle boards and stuff there. Another spot here where I actually learned my paddle board, Emma learned on hers there. I learned on this bit here. Just here, I remember seeing a dorsal fin, and I could barely stand on the paddle board. And there was a fin following me, and I was shitting myself. I've never jumped off anything quicker in my life. I reckon I ran across the water. But luckily, it was just a dolphin. So I'm just an idiot, but it was a dolphin. But to anyone that was there, it looked like a shark. So it is asking me to put my flaps up after taking off, but I leave them down a bit because they'll slow you down that little bit. Only want a slow little flight. So just underneath me now is the lookout at Tomican. So most people sort of go there to watch storms, things go past. We sort of watch the boats go past the Sydney to Hobart. It's usually always a storm every year. It's a great little spot there. So that's Rosedale you can see off to the right, but I'm going to swing back this way. So most people know that I went on a big fitness thing for a while there, and I was doing really well before I hurt my back. I was down to 90 kilos and fit and wanted to fight again, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But this river here, which I'm following there, I followed this the whole way up around over to here, which is where the zoo is. So it took me about 8 hours to do it. I think it was about 25k or something, just a cruisy sort of kayak. Actually, it took about 6 hours. 6 hours I think it took me. I'm not sure, but it took a long time. So we'll drop down, have a closer look down here. I don't think it will show the zoo, but you'll be able to see where it is. I'll show you with the mouse. So come all the way down here. So you'll see I'm just moving the flaps to slow down and speed up, depending on what I sort of want to do. So follow the river back that way. I believe it will take you sort of towards the Mogo highway, Mogo area, but this is the way I went. So this house here is for sale at the moment. The indoor pool, 4 mil if you want it. And this is the zoo, all this area here is the zoo. So I came up in my kayak, and the river goes all the way up to here, so you get all the way up next to the zoo, which is cool. So that's my little tour of that area. So now we're going to go back over to Batemans Bay. So you can see over here, that's the power line trail and the highway that goes into Batemans Bay. See the bridge just. Marine rescue. We're going to come around. My house is about there somewhere, but we're going to go all the way around over that way and check it out. This down here is the Tomican Road. This is the sort of back road to the bay from where we just came, or you can go on the highway, which is behind us obviously, goes straight across there. So just going to put the flaps up to get a bit more speed, get there a bit quicker, and then we'll slow it down once we get into where we want to be. So this is showing real time of today, at 12 o'clock today. So Climax 1 is an actual boat, and is actually out fishing at that time, and Marine Rescue is out. So obviously had a busy day today. There's lots of people already here on holidays from Canberra and Victoria, because it's coming up to Easter. So that's my little bay underneath us. I'm going to check out the Climax 1. You can see the Climax 1 down there. I'd say it's probably fishing for marlin. Come back down here. Put our flaps back down. Put the throttle back on a bit harder. Cruise in. Nice flat water today. So just around this corner, we will start at Wimby Beach. So Bella and I have walked the dogs all through the bush here and along here. We got stuck here, couldn't get over, had to go all the way back around. It was a big walk, we were stuffed. But you'll see one of my first ever videos of us playing with Athena was just at Wimby Beach here. So that's Wimby Beach just underneath us now. So that's Wimby there. And then you've got Surf Beach here. So when I first moved here, I lived directly across the road from Surf Beach, so I lived right there. Now, I'm not going to tell everyone where I live now, but I will be flying over it in the next couple of seconds, or next minute or so. I'll go to my beach, I'll tell you when I'm at my beach. I will fly over my house, but I'm just not going to say where exactly it is, for obvious reasons. This is Batemans Beach here. So that's one of my beaches. That's where we walk the dogs all the time on the videos you'll see on the rocks down here underneath me. So just in here is where we turn around. So most people will have seen the videos where we walk the doggies. We start around here. So this is Sunshine Bay here, which is my beach. Let's do a quick fly around here. Okay. Let's just say we've been over my house. And then we go down here to Casey's Beach. We've got a primary school down there, caravan park, Casey's Beach caravan park. This is Casey's Beach. Just over here, over this point, is now Corrigan's Beach. So this is where I take the dogs most regularly. So I used to walk along this beach every day. So now I take them to this paddock here and just throw the ball to them most days. Go there twice a day. They love their run, they love their ball more than anything in the world. And Zeus doesn't really like other dogs. He's getting his balls a little bit aggressive towards other dogs. We're trying to train it out of him, but as you can imagine, at an off-leash beach, that is pretty hard to train a dog not to jump on another dog if they're jumping on him. So we sort of struggle a little bit with that, but we're getting there. Big floor we're flying over now. Then you've got Hanging Rock. So most people know I used to be in the RC club. I do still have an RC car, we'll go do that one day. So the RC track's just here. We're going to fly over the RC track. And the yacht club. And obviously the footy ovals. And the uni. Few houses over here. Best Christmas lights are just underneath us here, over here. We've got the golf course over here. So I used to live right there, just across from the golf course. So that one there. Come through past the marina. Just done a lot of work on boats in there in my time. This is the bay now. So you've got the hospital up there. Going over the CBD. Got the main plaza up here. Over that side we've got another school. The road to Canberra, so Canberra's up about there somewhere, so you go up the road to Canberra or over that way to Sydney. But we're not going that far. It's going to go back down here, get a bit lower. I'll show you where I used to kayak most days. So I used to do a few little kayak runs. Just to park my kayak just down here. Just where my mouth is. Cross here. This is my favourite spot. It's nice and calm, quick sort of kayak. So crossing over here when the current is really pushing and the wind is blowing opposite way is very rough. But once you get over here, it's nice. So follow this river. Over here is the swimming pool and the gym. Everyone wants to know where McDonald's is, so that's McDonald's right there. And Bunnings is up on the hill, so we'll see Bunnings in a second as well. So just come right down here on my kayak, but you can't see quite where it goes. It used to go all the way up through the back here. I used to go follow the whole thing. It's so tranquil, so nice down there. I probably turned around there, somewhere in the trees. I went like right up in the trees. Felt like we got to about here somewhere, but I'm not sure. There's Bunnings there, so we'll loop back around. And I'll show you the other places I used to go. And then we'll be done. Cheers guys. So if you're still with us, we're still flying. Bush plane, the Draco, probably $1 million plane or more. This is a custom built plane by Brodie Aeronautics. But on the older version of this game, you can get the carbon carbon. I want to buy the carbon carbon. I think I'm just going to pay for it because I like flying the carbon carbon. That's what I want to buy one day. And I've got a farm that I can land it in. So that's the best thing about bush planes, see the wheels, and you land them anywhere you want. So there's the Santone pleasure craft boat apparently. So I used to go all the way up here. This is when I was super fit. People wouldn't remember, but if you look at my Instagram, you'll see the pictures of when I was ripped. I used to kayak up here every single day. So we'll crank some throttle into her, put the flaps up, get a bit of speed happening. And my camera's just falling down. Don't worry guys, it's all good, it didn't smash. Ugh. You're still there? Hi guys. Let's resume. It's getting too excited, we're going too fast for it. Okay. So we've got an issue here. The camera's fallen on the keyboard and turned off the motor of the plane. So bear with me while I power it back up. I'm just going to have to land it here. Luckily it's shallow and it is a bush plane. Ah, the beauties, hey? So, take a photo. Put the handbrake on. Okay, now to remember. Start our engine back up. Yeah, we'll have to stick close to the shoreline so we get enough speed to take off again. Oh, and there's our first take off from half water, half land. not what I really planned on doing today, but anyway, let's stick with it. So there's a really good camping spot just here, and some good camping out that way. That way it takes you to Runnerford. We'll have a look at there on the way back. Right, so yeah, this is called Big Island here. So there's a little campsite on there. We're in right with the motor had to stop there because we landed the plane there. We'll just go all the way up here. It's a good day kayaking, go all the way up here and then we'll turn around and go all the way back. So you'd go with the tide. So I knew what time the tide was going to change, so I'd start sort of going up to Nelligan while the tide was sort of going up, and then I'd turn around and as the tide was going back out, I'd go out with the tide. So we're sort of going up on slack water, back on the tide. So this over me now is Nelligan, which is where I used to turn around and head on back. So we're just going to turn around here. Get back down nice and low, and I'll show you the run-up area, which is a lovely spot where we go quite regularly with the dogs. I love swimming out there. It's on private land, so there's a property out there I want to buy, which we can fly over. I'll show you that too. Go back to the Big Island. Get some more speed back up to 300 kilometers an hour. Okay, and we'll slide back down, put the flaps down. As you can see, that slows us down significantly. Back down to 60. Then we see flatties. Any flatties today? No fish jumping out that we can see. I know I'm moving my head, looking down. Don't worry. That's just what you do when you're flight simulating. We'll put the flaps right down. Back off the motor even more. So this is the Runnerford River, just do a lot of kayaking in. So you'll see that's where the dogs swim in my videos. Right there. In my video clip by the river. It's right there. Now we go up a bit further. So down here is where I go camping, just there. And another one of the campsites is just up here. So all private land, I'm sorry. But just there's the other campsite. So that's your tour of my hometown and Brodie River. Hope you liked it. Hope you stuck around for the majority of it. Go up here a bit further. Hope you like and subscribe. And yeah, this is sort of bonus now. I'm just going to do my own little thing and I'll keep you recording. But if you want to leave now, leave now. If you want to stay, stay. Let me know where else you want me to fly. I'll fly around my hometown. It's pretty boring there. It's not really interesting there. But I'll still take you for a flight there if you want to. This is now the Buckenbarra River. It's no longer the Runniford River, it goes to Buckenbarra River. It's a lot more shallow along here. There's a causeway just over here, which I used to camp at